All right. So have you ever thought about, like, is it better to be lucky or smart? I mean,
Yeah.
we always hear about those people who just like fall into success, right?
Yeah.
But is there something more to it?
Yeah.
Like, how much is really just chance?
Yeah.
Well, we're doing a deep dive today into this idea, and we've got some excerpts here from Stratagem Luck and Intrinsic Satisfaction to help us out.
Okay.
Let's see what this is all about.
Well, it's interesting. This source right off the bat talks about stratagem. And basically what it's saying is like it's having a plan to get to your goal.
Oh, so like building a really good, fulfilling life?
Yeah.
That takes an actual plan. You can't just like hope for good luck.
Yeah, you could think of it that way. And, this source, it says that, yeah, being smart and having resources, that can definitely help.
Of course.
But that doesn't mean you're guaranteed success.
Right, okay, so it's not all about being born with like a silver spoon or something.
Right.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
But then what is it? What's that thing that really makes a difference?
Well, the source says that good parenting, or even just like knowing yourself really well, that's super important for people to reach their full potential. Like, think of it as having people, or even your own self-reflection, to guide you and support you so you can really grow and thrive.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's like having a map and compass when you're on some crazy adventure.
Exactly.
But okay, what about those people who didn't have that kind of help growing up? Can they still make their own luck?
Oh, absolutely. This source, it talks about how someone who maybe didn't have a lot of advantages early on, they can actually develop like incredible discipline and resilience. It's almost like they create their own good luck just through sheer willpower.
Oh, wow. That's really inspiring. It's like they use those tough times as fuel to keep going.
Exactly.
But here's where I kind of get stuck. What about being satisfied with your life, like deep down? Does that mean you can plan out happiness? Doesn't that feel kind of, I don't know, forced?
That's a great question.
Like, where does being spontaneous fit into all this?
Well, you know what this source says? It says that true fulfillment, it doesn't come from chasing things like a fancy car or a big house.
Right, the outside stuff.
It's more about making choices in your life that match up with what you really care about deep down. What are your passions? What are your values? Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly content? Was it because you achieved some big goal? Or was it something simpler, something that just felt right?
That's funny. I was just thinking about that. I had this like crazy deadline at work. And I thought if I could just land this client, it would be like the best thing ever. But you know what really made me happy?
What's that?
It was working with my team. We were all just like in the trenches together, pulling all-nighters and just brainstorming. And it was intense, but it was also like we were so in sync, and that felt so good.
Exactly. And that's what intrinsic satisfaction is all about.
Yeah.
It's about those things, those moments that just click with who you are inside, no matter what anyone else thinks.
Okay, so it's not about planning every tiny little detail.
Right.
It's more like having a general direction, a framework that helps you make choices that lead to that deeper sense of contentment.
Right.
I get it. But then how do we avoid chasing after the wrong kind of luck? Like what if we're so focused on one specific goal that we miss those smaller but more meaningful things along the way?
Oh, that's a great point. It's all about balance. There's this great quote I read.
Okay.
And it really puts things in perspective. It's from Barbara Jordan.
I like her.
Yeah. She said, "Think what a better world it would be if the whole world had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon and then lay down on our blankets for a nap."
I love that. It's like those simple, everyday things that can bring real happiness.
Right. It reminds us that sometimes the most fulfilling experiences are not about some big accomplishment.
Right.
It's those quiet moments of pure contentment.
Yeah, just enjoying those cookies and milk.
Exactly.
So basically, it's not just about luck or smarts. It's about taking everything we have, our skills, resources, experiences, and using them to create a life that feels right for us, a life that's authentic and fulfilling.
That's a great way to put it.
And sometimes that means letting go a little bit, not trying to control every single outcome, and just enjoying those cookies and milk moments.
Absolutely.
Those moments of pure joy.
So here's a thought for you. If building that fulfilling life is like a stratagem, what would your plan look like? What are your values? What are those things you're passionate about? What brings you that cookies and milk kind of happiness?
Yeah, what are your cookies and milk?
Think about it.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye.